हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम कार्तिका और आज हम बात करने वाले हैं एली के लखनऊ सेंटर की। एंड लखनऊ सेंटर के बारे में रिव्यूज देने के लिए एंड उसकी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन देने के लिए आज हमारे साथ हैं सुयुक्ति मैम। सो हाय मैम।
Hey, hello.
मैम प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ अ बिट।
My name is Suyukti Seth. I am the academic head for the Lucknow Center. I take care of critical reasoning and English. And besides that, of course, I ensure that the overall academic scenario of the center keeps going smooth and stable.
ओके, सो मैम लखनऊ का सेंटर कहाँ पे सिचुएटेड है?
So our center is right at the heart of Hazratganj. It's on the fourth floor of the building called Shagun Palace.
ओके,
The easiest way to find this out is Starbucks ke upar. So if you can just navigate yourself and put Starbucks on Google Maps, I think you know where we are. It's on the fourth floor.
ओके। एंड हाउ इज द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ऑफ लखनऊ सेंटर?
The infrastructure is pretty good. So we are not operating on any Sarkari Daftar scheme. We have a pretty, we have a pretty corporate sort of environment here. We have very good infrastructure. So another thing, for us to have such a lush center was because when you are in that sort of an environment, you naturally get attracted to and studying better. So when things around you look nice, you're more concentrated. You like being in that vicinity. So one of the reasons as to why we majorly focused on having a good looking center was specifically because, and when I say good looks, I mean both in terms of how infrastructurally it has been made and in terms of the facilities and amenities also that we have.
ओके,
So we are a very, very upgraded center at that. And I think we have, you name a facility and we have it. So we pretty much work on those lines.
ओके। एंड लखनऊ का सेंटर कब स्टैब्लिश हुआ था?
We started our function. So the center came into being in December last year. But we, as of operations, we officially launched the Top Rankers Lucknow LegalEdge branch in February. I think 1st of February should be a good date to go.
ओके, ओके। सो आज फेब्रुअरी में ही स्टार्ट हुआ है सेंटर। सो अभी तक कितने बच्चे एनरोल्ड हैं लखनऊ सेंटर में?
We have about 55 to 60 students already on board.
ओके,
And most of the students that we have are from the LegalEdge stream.
ओके,
But we also have parallelly two more products that are running. So we have enrollments for the short-term and the long-term IPM program and also for COET.
ओके।
So
तो मैम
that's what we are
लीगल
touching right now.
ओके, लीगल एज में अभी कौन से बैचेस चल रहे हैं?
Currently, we have three dropper batches.
हम्म,
So a dropper batch generally is a 5-hour marathon batch that we do in which the students are enrolled. I mean, the students are with us from 1 to 5
ओके,
and or 1 to 6, in which we have two subject classes and one class primarily which is reading intensive. So we do like a newspaper reading or something like that.
ओके,
Besides the three dropper batches that we have one batch which is a 2-year program. The
ओके,
2-year programs, however, operate only over the weekends. So we have the classes just on Saturdays and Sundays.
ओके,
Following the next year, so जैसे ही बच्चे का एक साल खत्म होता है, and then the child gets into the next year, then the child gets into a 5-day weekly program. Sunday mock सबका compulsory होता है. So of course, any person, any child who is who's taking admission in LE enrolls oneself for the mock exam, for the mock tests that happen every Sunday.
हम्म,
Besides that, we have, like I said, one IPM batch running and one COET. And then IPM and COET also, we have two separate batches. So we have a 1-year program also, and then we have a short-term program also, which is a crash course.
ओके। सो एज ऑफ नाउ फॉर लीगल एज अभी अचीवर्स का बैच है एंड वॉरियर्स का बैच है।
Warriors ka batch, yes.
ओके,
And we are soon to launch our school-going batch as well.
ओके,
So the fighter is about to launch. I think it has been scheduled from the Monday after this week. So if I have to name the date here, I think fighter is set to be starting on the 29th.
ओके। सो 29th ऑफ मई। ओके, ओके मैम। सो फैकल्टीज कौन कौन अभी अवेलेबल हैं लखनऊ सेंटर पे?
So we have three full-time faculties.
हम्म,
All the three faculties taking care of two specialized areas of expertise which belong to the faculty themselves. I take care of English and CR. We have a full-time legal faculty called Mr. Ragnish. He takes care of legal and also GK. So every Saturday we have these marathon classes in which he takes about 4 to 5 hours of grilling and very very long marathon GKs. In the GK that he caters, he mostly confines himself. He offers a lot of legal GK and current affairs is what is taken care of. We then have maths and an AR faculty, analytical reasoning faculty. He goes by the name Mr. Ajay, and he's also full time with us, and he's been in the industry for about good 13 years. So somebody who's also very prolific in the work that he does.
Okay. And are any DCS and mentorship sessions are there for the students?
Yes. So every day, that is from Monday to Friday, we have a scheduled time of 11 to 1 for the mentorship session. Now, mentorship session is more of a one-on-one basis. So we prefer taking RSVPs of students so that, students are not unnecessarily waiting. If we all value each other's time.
Right.
So we have a list of students who have already enrolled with us for the mentorship, and then they're given a certain slot. And of course, the faculty is also told previously that this is the kind of engagement they're going to be having. 5 to 7 every day is a doubt clearing class. Okay. So depending on how the schedule goes, so we provided the schedule in terms of maths, legal, CR, English, and right on every Saturday or probably Sunday, the students are given out the weekly schedule. And based on how the schedule works, I mean, they can just keep booking slots, or they can probably sort of, it's like a rooster that's given out to them where they can figure out how exactly would they want to place themselves.
Okay. And are there any offline mocks conducted at the Lucknow Center?
Yes. Okay. So we do. The Lucknow Center has made it a point that our mocks will not be given to anybody who does not appear for the mock on Sundays. Okay. So we are very strict with that, unless of course you have an application or unless you have a very legit reason for not having appeared. Now, something that we really want to inculcate into the students is the kind of environment that one has to be in while giving the examination. Taking the mock back home and solving it does not give you the kind of pressure, the kind of anxiety that one would when you have fellow students, fellow competitors also giving it simultaneously. So we've made it a very, very strict rule. Like I said, unless there is an application that supports the same, we've made it very strict as to the student appearing and giving in the mock offline. And when we give in the mock offlines, we also call the students who are enrolled in just the online program. So there are a lot of students who are not in the offline program, but then we've allowed them for 2 extensions. So we allow them to sit at the mock analysis classes, and then, which is again, every week has one day dedicated to the mock analysis, and of course we try and encourage them to come to the center as well and give books.
Okay. So are there any events or initiatives taken by the Lucknow Center for the students?
Okay, yes. So we sort of, we have a very different ideology over here. We feel that a holistic development is what can take the child further. So we don't just restrict ourselves to academic initiatives. Of course, academics is something that is taken care of, but we also engage in a lot of programs, which can help culturally develop the child as well, and become sensitive to the surroundings. So we are in talks with a couple of institutions where we are sort of tying up and working towards a few social causes. And whatever be the kind of initiative or whatever be the kind of target that is given to the students in terms of helping say for example, if you're doing a program which is called Save the Environment, or let's reduce the consumption of plastic, so we just get around with students and we give them what exactly is the task all about, and anybody who comes to us with the attained goal or the aim, whatever that was supposed to be. So the child is incentivized likewise. So the incentive can vary from samosa and cold drink party to probably some monetary incentive to probably some referral bonuses as well.
Okay.
And of course, all of these are further given a certificate as well. Now, a lot of students don't understand, but once you get into your college or once you try and apply for universities abroad, the character certification that you get after doing such initiatives becomes very, very important.
Absolutely.
So this is also something that we try and do so that the child is in every way secured, and of course there's a social awareness also that comes within the child. So yes, we try and engage and do not only anything which is, like I said, academically inclined, but things which can help in the overall development of a child.
Okay, okay, that's very great. So मैम एज ऑफ लखनऊ सेंटर जो बच्चे एनरोल्ड हैं वो बस लखनऊ के हैं या आउटसाइड लखनऊ के भी बहुत सारे बच्चे
नहीं
हैं?
नहीं, आउटसाइड लखनऊ से भी आते हैं हमारे पास.
हम्म.
Of course, the majority of the students that we have are from Lucknow, but we also have a good. So we have 3 batches that are running right now. The first batch that we sort of congregated, जो हम लोग ने बनाया था, that primarily had students from outside Lucknow. So
Okay.
we had students from neighboring cities like Bareilly, Uchahar. We have a lot of students coming down from Gorakhpur. We have students coming down from Basti, Allahabad. So I think, yeah,
Okay.
and Lucknow being the only center right now in the entire of UP.
Yes, yes.
And UP being a massive state in itself.
Right.
So yes, we do have people coming down from outskirts.
Okay. And is Lucknow Center approachable? मतलब कोई ऐसी facilities, travel
Yes,
facilities
yes, of
जो है?
course. So one of the reasons as to why we wanted to be very centrally located was to give enough accessibility to the students. Now, anybody who's preparing for an examination and leaving the home and coming would want a lot of other things to be catered. Right. So we wanted to have a very concerned approach here. And that is one of the reasons as to why we wanted to be. Like I said, we wanted to be in the very hub of Hazratganj. So in terms of transportation, since we are right in the center, everything is accessible. The metro is about 750 meters from our center, which is a very nice evening walk that you can have. Besides that, there is ample facility available and services offered by Ola and Uber. We have rickshaws and all the other things. Around the center, there are n number of eateries. So wherever there is a break time or any of those things that are given, so that is also something that is very conveniently available to them. So even if they just run down and probably go onto the ground floor, it's like a little chowpatty that we have outside the center.
Okay.
So there are a lot of places that they can eat from over there. In terms of housing and accommodation, our center is aligned in the sort of an area which has a lot of other coachings as well. So this is more of an educational. It has a very educational surrounding altogether. So be it PGs, be it flats, be it hostels, there are ample available in stone's throw. So just about 500 meters within the pivot of it, I think we have a lot of
मतलब everything is
accessibilities.
available for the students. कोई problem
Yes,
नहीं face
yes.
होगी वो.
So the only thing that the child has to do is come here and study. I think everything else is taken care of.
Okay, okay. And can
Yeah.
you name a few highlights about the Lucknow Center?
Okay, yes. So here at the Lucknow Center, if I talk infrastructure wise, like I said, we do have a very, very upgraded infrastructure. So we provide the students with high speed Wi-Fi so that, they can keep viewing the classes. LegalEdge works on the program where all of the classes are recorded. So if a child is, say, for example, unwell or cannot come to the classes for whatever unforeseen reason, the classes are recorded, put onto the portal. Of course, the child can go back and view the class exactly the way it was. Okay. So again, recording is something that is provided here. We provide newspapers again. So a lot of students have difficulty understanding which paper to take, or they grow old of a certain brand of newspaper in a couple of days. So we give them a good variety of newspapers also. And they can just keep jumping between, say, if they're reading Hindu for a week, they can go on to Times of India for another week. Okay. We have a functional pantry. We supply clean drinking water, cold drinking water because it is hot. We have clean washrooms here. We have state-of-art infrastructure. The computer labs have some odd 15, 20 computers to themselves. We provide them with earphones. There is a functional library that we have. The library has all sorts of books to themselves. So we have academic books as well, and we have novels and fictional reading as well. The faculties are available all the time. So I think having an access and just having a certain supervision of the faculty also becomes very, very important. I mean, the children never feel that, they are unattended or they have just been left. We do mock analysis. I think that is also one of our USP, something that we do weekly. And when we do the analysis, we just don't talk in overview of the passage. We go in depth with why an option, why not the other. Okay. We pay very strong attention to the student also solving the RSMs other than the classroom RSMs. So a lot of times what happens is students tend to take their book material for granted. So,
Right.
we ensure that students are on and off, randomly picked and asked to bring their RSMs, on which there is a check as to
Okay.
how far have they gone with the RSMs. And of course, the scrutiny takes care after that. We do regular PTMs
Okay.
where the child is, and in lieu of the PTM, since PTM is not, it's a very quarterly thing or a half yearly thing, it's not very manageable. So we've made a separate group for the parents where all of the updates of the child is sent to the parent as well. So the parent is also, he's also updated with how the child
Child
seems to be
performance.
performing.
Hmm.
We have biometric installed here, which takes
Okay.
care of the attendance. If the child has been, defaulting repeatedly,
Hmm.
the child is not allowed to sit in the class unless there is an application that has been given by the parent
Okay.
as
Okay.
to the non-attendance.
Okay.
There is, the call to the parent goes on daily basis. So
Okay.
even if the child has, done one half of the class and gone back for the second half, the
Hmm.
parent is intimidated. I mean, the intimation is sent right away as to
Okay.
the non-attendance of the child, so that that can be regularized on their front as well. So
Okay.
I think, yeah, I mean, we do offer so many features.
ओके सो ऑल इन ऑल लखनऊ सेंटर में सारी फैसिलिटीज हैं फॉर स्टूडेंट्स एज वेल एज पेरेंट्स से भी वेल कनेक्टेड सेंटर है राइट
Yes,
ओके
yes.
ओके सो थैंक यू सो मच मैम फॉर योर रिव्यूज एंड बस लखनऊ सेंटर
Most
ऐसे ही
welcome.
प्रोग्रेस करता रहे थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you. Thank you so much. Pleasure talking.
ओके मैम थैंक यू